YouTube? Shukun Shubby here with an unboxing of the new Nintendo 3DS XL in the new red color. That's original names. New red. It's not old red, it's freaking new. So you might be thinking, Shuki, what's the difference between this one and this one? You already have a 3DS XL, why'd you buy the new one? Well, most of you probably know, but for those of you that don't, here I am to tell you the differences. This is more or less an entirely new system. It's not just a simple redesign or anything like that. In fact, take that back, there's a lot redesigned, so ignore me. But what I mean is that there is a lot more differences between the two than one would expect from something just called the new Nintendo 3DS XL, which is a really awful name, by the way. So the front of the box here pretty much covers everything that's new. Super stable 3D. Now if you're sitting there playing your old system and you're just kinda, I'm gonna turn the volume off for now, you're just sitting there playing the system and you turn your 3D on and you're like, oh, 3D, that's kinda neat, makes my eyes hurt a little bit. And then you decide to lay down because it started to give you a headache. And then it just starts going warpy and weird. And it kind of emulates the feeling that you're drunk. And you're like, I can't do this. And then you turn it off. So you have this system called a Nintendo 3DS. And a majority of players play it in 2D. One, because a 3DS gives a lot of people headaches, and that I understand. And two, it just didn't work that well. It was like some sort of weird beta thing. So this has super stable 3D. It's got a face tracker right next to the camera. So as you tilt the system or move the system, it will adjust the 3D to make it so no matter what angle you're viewing it on, with a couple exceptions I would imagine, the 3D works, and I tried it with a demo unit at my local GameStop, and it worked. It worked really well. So maybe a little bit of incentive to keep the 3D on now that you don't have to worry about giving your eyeballs a jolt of pain. There is a little nub right there. That is the C-Stick. C-Sticks are cool, right? It's a lot like those little mouse nubs on a laptop. It doesn't move or anything like that. It's all kind of touch sensitive. So it's a lot like those little laptop nubs that were on PCs. Do they still have those? I don't know. I use Mac. But anyway, it's a lot like those, for those of you who have used those. Some buttons are built around. There's a faster processor in here. Things are going to load faster, less loading times. That means the same thing. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. And such like that. So everything's going to be nice, crisper, faster, all that. And then finally, amiibo support. Place a figure on the screen, bam, you got your amiibo in Super Smash Bros. 3D, or Super Smash Bros. 4 3DS, whatever stupid names again. And whatever other games Nintendo decides to amiibo support for the 3DS. So without further ado, now that I've told you all the things you probably already know because you're hopefully up to date on these things, let's go ahead and get this open and take a look. Okay, a couple other things I didn't point out just now. There is no AC adapter included. This has been a common practice in Japan. I don't really know why, just money saving and environment and whatever. But there's no AC adapter in here, so you're going to have to use the AC adapter from your original 3DS systems. And if this is your first system, you're going to have to buy one individually at your local retailer because money. So here we go, let's pop that open. And I'm already stupid. Why can't I get this? There we go. I know what I'm doing. So let's slide all this out, move the box. Here's the instructions, the AR cards. I believe they're the same AR cards that have been coming with the Nintendo 3DS since it launched. So I won't really go over those or anything like that. And here is the system. Get that out of the way. There is the cardboard, in case anyone really wanted that. So here we go. Ta-da! It is a very beautiful, beautiful red gloss on here that is already a fingerprint magnet. Already! Yeah, it's definitely high gloss. Now, a lot of the original 3DS XL systems all used a matte finish on their systems. I had the Pokemon XY one, which was a gloss finish, so I'm very much used to this. But a lot of people that were original adapters of the 3DS XL were not used to a gloss finish. I like the gloss finish. It feels nice in the hand, even though I'm a big fan of matte finish products. It just looks really nice. So you might want to get a case to cover that up, avoid the fingerprint trap hole that is the system. But here is the red color. And I have to say, I am quite impressed with this. It just looks really freaking nice. I really wanted to get the Majora's Mask one. I'm a huge Zelda fan, but growing up, Majora's Mask was not my thing. Little me just couldn't tolerate the time thing. So I just never really liked Majora's Mask. Now, that's probably going to change playing it now that I'm older and more competent slightly. But for now, I just settled with the red one. I generally reserve my custom DS purchases to Pokemon-related systems, so I'm going to hold off and see what kind of Pokemon dealings they throw at us later. But I'm really glad I settled with this one. This is a really gorgeous red on here that I really, really dig. I think this serial number is important, so I'm just gonna go like that, I guess, and cover it up. New Nintendo 3DS XL on the back there. Support Nintendo.com, all that fun stuff, yes. Screws back here, and I will get to that shortly. Here is the new area for the stylus back there. So that is nothing new. It's pretty much the same exact stylus that we've been using as far as I'm aware. Might be shaped a little bit different, and a couple of things. I'm going to go ahead and cover that up now. So as I was saying, you need to unscrew those to get to the micro SD card port, which is located under the battery. It's a little bit annoying. You got new ZR and ZL buttons up here, basically turning the 3DS XL into a double-screen gamepad, more or less. It's got the same exact button layout. So if we flip this open and move that, we have the inside of the new system. Not a whole lot is different in here. The 3D slider is still right here. The volume slider is now up in this corner as opposed to down here, which is great because when I was playing, I would always move my hand a little bit and nick the volume slider, and then all of a sudden I would have blasting music coming out of my 3DS XL. Additionally, the home button is now a singular home button right down here. Start and select have now moved there, which is perfectly fine. It's a lot quicker to hit the start button with the edge of your thumb there. And the C-stick, as I was talking about, is right up there. And like I said, it's just a little nub. It doesn't really move. It feels a lot like those laptop little nubs in there. So there you go. There is a quick tour of the system. The card slot is right down there now, as opposed to up here, which may or may not be good. I can't really say. I know with the old system, having it in my pocket, the card would eject all the time, to the point where I pretty much always guaranteed I wasn't in a game when I put my system in my pocket. But I don't know if that's going to be solved with that being down here now. It's really hard to tell, so we'll have to kind of tilt this around and see. And the headphone jack is now right in the middle. The charger port is now right in the middle up here, as opposed to the one on the side here, meaning that existing docks will not work for this. As far as I know, there is no XL dock on the market. Or a new 3DS XL dock on the market, I should say. There is a normal one. It was available through Club Nintendo or something like that. But there we go. It's a very nice looking system. You got a multiple array of little LEDs down here. The power button is now located down here. So that is a little quick way to turn the system on without opening it. You've got a charge light right there and the wireless light right there. It is worth noting there is no wireless slider on this anymore. To turn it on and off, you have to do it through the menu now. So if you don't like that, then keep that in mind. Look at all them fingerprints. It's a magnet. But very sleek system. I love having an all red system. It just looks really nice. And I really dig the red interior. My 3DS XLs have both been white and black in the inside. So it's really nice to have a fresh boost of color on the inside of the system. I really dig it. I'm going to go ahead and move this to a kind of tutorial on how to do a system transfer. So if you would like to stick around, be sure to do that. So before we jump over into the transfer tutorial, is this worth a pickup? I absolutely think it is. If you have an amiibo collection, that sort of functionality is very much important to your Smash playing. That is a very neat functionality. The powered up processor is definitely something that tech people will notice. It is quite a bit faster than this old model. If you compare them side by side, this one is definitely quite faster. So if you're one of those people that will notice those kind of things, you will definitely be happy with how quick the new system is. The C-Stick is honestly the greatest thing about this, I think. Playing Smash on the 3DS XL is great in terms of screen size. I love the game, but if you are someone who uses the C-Stick regularly, that is something that you will miss for sure. I go to reach for it and it's not there. So I'm definitely glad about that. And the new 3D is great. I love the way it works. It works absolutely superb, honestly. So I might actually be playing a lot of my games in 3D now. It's a functionality that I always enjoyed, but never did because it, like I said, it felt like some sort of weird beta test. Like it wasn't done. And I'm glad to say that they finally nailed the 3D in here. So if you're someone who enjoyed the 3D, but didn't use it a whole lot, give this a shot and it might work out for you. Now, of course, if you want a cool sort of design, the Zelda one is out, but relatively hard to come by at the time of this recording. I don't know if they're ever going to kind of do reprints of it or anything like that. But that is the only other one on the market besides the Monster Hunter 4 one. And if you're not a Monster Hunter fan, obviously you don't want to pick that one up. But I'm sure just like the normal 3DS XL, the new one will have all sorts of amazing designs throughout the coming years. So be sure to keep an eye on that. But as far as my final verdict, it's definitely worth an upgrade if you're a huge 3DS gamer. If you're not, you can probably get away with holding on to your old model for a little while longer until more games start coming out that require this. But for now, if you're not a huge 3DS gamer, you're probably okay. But if you do a lot of your gaming on the Nintendo 3DS XL, you might want to look into the upgrade. So thanks for watching, take care, and have a great one. Bye.